Good morning, all of you. Welcome at Surekha Sonawne's channel. In this video, you can observe the important teaching method of history that is known as social inquiry method. You are aware about various methods of teaching history and political science. For example, storytelling method, cooperative teaching method, project method, lecture cum discussion method. These various methods are used in the teaching of history. But social inquiry method, it is a self-learning method. You know, students, in these days, all the teachers, they struggle how to motivate the students to learn, especially the teacher of social science, because so many students find the history subject boring. So it is role of teacher how to make the teaching learning process interesting. The social inquiry method is very interesting. It is self-learning method. Here the role of teacher is just a facilitator, guide. Teacher create a problem orientation situation in front of the students, and student, they find out the solution of that problem. So let us discuss. Inquiry based learning method. It is a pedagogical method. It is developed during the discovery learning movement of 1960 as a response to traditional forms of instruction where students were required to memorize the information. Inquiry-based learning method is a student-centered method of education. It focuses on asking questions. The students, they frame questions and they find out the solution towards the problem presented by teacher. But help the students to discover knowledge by themselves, by their self efforts. Students are able to explore and analyze values and develop understanding of the situation. Here are some characteristics of social inquiry method. Students create questions of their own. The questions are depending upon the situation which is presented by the teacher. Obtaining support evidence to answer the question. Explaining the evidence collected. Collecting the evidence to the knowledge obtained from investigation process. Creating justifications for the explanations. Now we discuss the steps of social inquiry method. All these steps are very important. Let us discuss one by examples. The first and important step is orientation. Second one is framing hypothesis. Third, exploration. Fourth one is evidencing. And the last step is generalization. What is the teacher's first step? Teacher will select the proper topic for teaching this method. The topic should be problem oriented because teacher will present the topic in front of the students. They will frame the questions and they will reach towards the solution. So let us discuss first step of orientation. Teacher will select the topic which should be suitable to teach by social inquiry method. And the topic should be according to level of the pupils, and it should be problem oriented, because the students will ask the questions and they will reach towards the topic. So students, I will explain by giving an example. The first step is orientation. For example, teacher orient the topic by narrating story. Teacher start the lesson. Good morning, student. Do you like to listen a story? Yes. Let us see an interesting story. He was a great man. He was a great social reformer. His work was related to women and related to lower caste people. He does not like discrimination among higher and lower caste people. He was great social reformer. He was activist. His work extended to many fields like casteism, blind belief. He is known for educating women and lower caste people also. He supported his wife for education. He started schools for girls. He suffered the opposition of higher caste people for his contribution. He was against blind beliefs. As we discussed earlier, teacher can orient this situation by various ways, by using puppets, by showing short video clip, by presenting role play or dramatization, by using pictures, models, whatever. So first step is important, how you orient the situation. It should be clear for students. Now the next step is framing hypothesis. Students will frame the questions that should be yes or no type, and teacher should answer in one word, either yes or no. Let us see. First question student asks, was he started school in Pune? Teacher, yes. Next question, did he struggle against domination of Brahmin? Teacher replied yes. Next question, is this story related to middle age? Teacher replied yes. Another question student asked, he belongs to rich family? Teacher said no. Was he government servant? Teacher replied no. Was his father's vocation as a gardener or mali? Teacher's answer yes. Was his birthplace Gujarat? Teacher said no. He was from Satara district? Teacher said yes. Was his wife was the first lady teacher of Maharashtra? Teacher said yes. Was he established Satyashodhak Samaj? Teacher's reply yes. His name is Mahatma Phule? Teacher's reply yes. In this way, students ask questions in the yes or no form, and teacher answers. Now next step is exploration. In this step, students concentrate upon logical validity and internal consistency of responses. How many responses of teacher given yes And how many responses has teacher given? No answer. Next step is generalization. Students segregates the yes and no responses of the teacher and try to generalize. Try to make the logical consistency of answers. Finally, students reach toward the conclusion and find out the solution of the issue. Just now we discuss in example. So the conclusion is the topic is the story of great social reformer Mahatma Phule. Teacher can discuss various topics by using this method and create enthusiasm among pupils. Now the advantages of social inquiry method. It enhances self-thinking and self-learning power of the students. It develops problem-solving skill and critical thinking skill among pupils. It builds self-directed learning skill and also enhances interest towards history subject. It develops logical thinking and decision making power among pupils. This method promotes deeper understanding of the subject. So by using this social inquiry method, try to motivate your student, try to increase their efficiency in self-learning skill, thinking skill, decision making skill and also problem solving skills. There are so many topics in history which you can teach by using social inquiry method. I hope all of you understand the concept of social inquiry method. Thank you very much. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you again.